Welcome to M9 Prime Gaming, and this is my thoughts on Overcooked, the all-you-can-eat edition. First of all, Overcooked all-you-can-eat is just Overcooked 1, Overcooked 2, and all the DLC included in one nice package. So if you have Overcooked 1 or you have Overcooked 2, don't bother with all-you-can-eat. If you don't have either of those games and you're interested, just get all you can eat. You get the whole package, nothing more, nothing less. It's all there. It's wonderful. The biggest difference between Overcooked 1 and 2 that I found personally is in Overcooked 1, you can't throw food. In Overcooked 2, it's all fair game. So throw that rice on the floor, pick it up later whenever you need it. So there are levels that you do need to throw items to the other person. It's always two chefs, never one chef. So if you're playing by yourself, you do control both. There are different methods. You can just switch between them, or if you are extra good at this game and your mind works better than mine for sure, you can use both thumbsticks to control different people with different buttons, so you can control both at the same time. Personally, can't do it. It's the most confusing thing in the world. Switch between them is the way I do it. If you can do both at the same time, you're just a better player than me. I'm sorry. I'm just not that good. So in this game, you just prepare the meals, send them out. You get tips, you get bonuses for sending out multiple meals in quick succession. There's a time limit. And of course, everything can be turned off in accessibility, so you can turn off the time limit, you can turn up the multiplier. You can make this game very easy on yourself. But if you're playing like a true Overcooked person, you need those timers, because that's what creates the mayhem, that's what creates the chaos. And yes, you can be a chaotic evil person in this game. Like, you can really mess everybody up. This game is like Mario Party levels of destroying friendships if you really wanted to. You could prepare the best meal, you could have it ready to go, and your friend could just pick it up and hold on to it, or even worse, put it in the garbage, and then you have to start all over. This game is one of those things where you gotta really trust the people you're playing with. When I play with my kids, my partner really gets annoyed when my kids pick up the meals and play keep away, essentially. Just play keep away. It's they think it's the funniest thing in the world. My partner does not, and it is, I'm impartial. It's a game in the end. I know when the kids are playing, we're not playing to get the high score, because it's impossible. They are okay, but they're not going to step up to the level we needed. You can't be playing Kitchen Nightmares when this is a Hell's Kitchen level of game. Like, Gordon Ramsay would not approve of some of the antics in this game. There's health code violations all over the place. You are playing in areas that have people walking through, just random pedestrians, because why not? You're throwing food on the floor, you're picking it up, you're cooking it. Once it's cooked, it kind of has to stay on a plate, but until it's cooked, it's fair game. You're going to get those dust mites, you're going to get all that dirt, you're going to get the salt of the earth right on that food, because I'll be honest with you, most of it's been on the floor, and this game is okay with it. And if this game is okay with it, I'm sending it out. I'm getting paid. My score is going up. So please, just if there's Overcooked in the restaurant name, just stay away. I warn you, it's not going to be good. You're probably going to get food poisoning. I'm surprised this game hasn't been shut down by the health inspector, because honestly, everything's been on the floor when I play. So because you have so many chefs in the kitchen, up to 4, which is quite a bit, you do need someone that's going to bark out orders. Otherwise, it's going to be pandemonium. No one's going to know what to do. The orders are going to come in. You're going to fail them. Everyone's going to get frustrated. People are going to be crying. It's a thing. Just trust me with this game. It could be a very fun party game. And if you are OCD with the way things need to be done, and you have friends that are like that, this is going to be like the best medicine for you. You're going to make things work perfectly until a fire starts in your kitchen, because that's going to happen. Or the ingredient you need is going to magically flow to the other side of the map where there's nobody there to get it for you. Or worse yet, you have your pizza in the oven and you get blocked in, and now it's burnt, and you got to redo the pizza. You got to put out the fire, throw out the old pizza in the garbage. It's a whole thing. That order is gone. That person's not happy. You're not going to make it. This game has tons of replay value because once you finish the game, they're like, 3 stars? That's cool. Let's go for 4. Let's make it impossible. Especially if you don't turn on the accessibility. I mean, if you turn on the accessibility, you can multiply your score, you can turn off the timer, you can get all the tips. But if you're playing legitimate, you are not going to have an easy time getting the 4 stars. Yes, in level 1-1, no problem. You're making sushi. You're basically just chopping fish and shrimp and sending it out. The plates are automatically clean. In the later levels where you have to do your own dishes, you have to do multiple steps to prep an item, that's going to be very hard to get some of the scores they are asking from you. Now, this game can be picked up in many places. It's on the Xbox, it's on the PlayStation, it's on the Nintendo Switch. The only word of warning is the different consoles seem to have different button layouts. I've played it on the Switch and I played it on the PS5, and both of them have different buttons for chopping and for dashing. So if you go between the systems, you're gonna maybe get a little confused, but it's nothing you can't handle. This game regularly goes on sale, so just wait for a sale. Get it for like 10 to 15 bucks, maybe 20 if you're in Canada, because our currency sucks. This game has been free on PlayStation Plus a couple times. That's how I think I got the Overcooked All-You-Can-Eat edition. I don't even remember. I've just had it for so long, and it's just a game that we always play. We've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game. It is ridiculous because it is fun. Anyone can play it. Anyone can suck at it. Anyone can be good at it. You just have to put in the time. Just follow the steps. It's a 2-button game. You got dash and you got cut. Well, technically 3 if you start throwing things, but if you play with just Overcooked 1, you can't throw items. All you can do is pick stuff up, cut it, and put it on a plate. The pickup button is one, the cut button is another one, and the thumbstick is to move around. Now let me get to the rating I would put on this game. The graphics are good. They're not spectacular, but they work for what this game is. The gameplay is fantastic if you're playing with the right people. If you're playing by yourself, I don't like it. I'm not good enough to control 2 people at the same time. My partner can do it, I can't. My brain does not work like that. I need someone to sit with me, and we need to do it together. So if you have someone to play with that is very understanding and you don't mind ruining that friendship, go for it. Or if that person can really, really listen to what you have to say, or you're very good at following instructions, because someone needs to be in charge in this kitchen. On a fun factor, this game could be a 10 out of 10, or if you're playing with the wrong people, it's going to be a solid 0 out of 10, because you're going to be frustrated. You're going to want to throw a controller, maybe even at somebody. Who knows? But overall, if I had to give an average score of this game is like an 8 out of 10. I don't do 0.5s. I was thinking about a 9, but it does have some glitchy parts, especially when you're dropping in and dropping out with different chefs. And in the character select screen, sometimes my controls get messed up for some reason. I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the game. The easiest solve I found was to shut the game down, restart it, everything starts working. So I think it's the game. I mean, I've put in hundreds of hours, I can't figure it out. So if your controls are working weird, shut the game down, restart it, it'll probably be fine. It's an older game, you could get it cheap. If you get Overcooked 1, you're going to have a great time. If you get Overcooked 2, you're going to have a really good time. If you get Overcooked All You Can Eat, you're going to have the best time because it gives you Overcooked 1, 2, and all the DLC, which do actually change up the gameplay from level to level. One of them you feed some zombies, one of them you are on a beach, one of them you're making like milkshakes and stuff. It's just new gameplay. It adds to it. It's fun. The maps are going to be frustrating. You're definitely going to fall off a couple times. There's a little time where you come back. You never die, which is great, but it will set you back. And yeah, they're gonna frustrate you. Some of the later maps are meant to be like obstacle courses while you're in the kitchen. If I had to get a job in one of these kitchens, I would probably quit on the first day because I'd be like, no, I'm not dealing with this. I don't need to worry about falling into the lava. I don't need to worry about the wind blowing me off somewhere and then I have to respawn. I don't think real life works like that. Fake life, sure. Real life, no. And personally, not a fan of food poisoning, so I would not eat from any of these kitchens. The food might look amazing, but please stay away. But definitely don't stay away from this game if you want to play it, because it is a lot of fun. It's a great party environment. Just choose your friends wisely. That's all I'll say. All right, happy gaming.